know that yearbook really has nothing to do with where Johnny went.
Is that a serious question?
That's
Or is
a
that a
serious
joke?
answer.
Okay.
Yeah, because where Johnny went is irrelevant. Because the story is really about like, feeling betrayed by the mystery, right? And that's why it's in the story, because it's not really about, like, it's about the fact that, like, you're being treated like someone who doesn't need to know, right? But you're intimately connected to these people and these experiences, but you're not being given, like, you're being left out. You're being sort of treated unfairly, right? So where did Johnny go? He went to Albertine. But from the point of view of like what it really is about, it's not really about that Johnny's gone. It's about that people are lying, that people are hiding.
It's very philosophical.
Yeah, it is.
I like it.
It's deeper than I thought.
Yeah.
It's deep.
It's deeper than I thought.
Yeah, and if you probably really analyzed it, it's much like Umbop, where being kids having these experiences where you're getting mixed treatment from adults and mixed amounts of respect from people. You write these stories about kind of dealing with like how you're treated. You know, Umbop is about how you're treated and about how you treat people around you, right? It's about, you know, much of that probably comes from the fact that you guys are so quiet now. You guys are all like live streaming it.
It's very deep. It's very philosophical. Very deep.
Were you telling me
Like,
what you have to
like
say?
Umbop is probably partly inspired by being kids who were choosing to like work every weekend throughout the weeks, right? We were going to work, playing concerts, right? And our friends and our neighbors and right, we're all like in high school or in middle school or whatever, in band or whatever. And like you recognize kids are very perceptive, right? And so some have the ability to turn that into a statement that the world can understand and write a song, and most maybe don't do that. Either they can't or they just don't care to. But like we just wrote a song about
How old
life
were
is
you?
short.
Can I ask another serious question?
Sure.
How do you manage to finish school and working 24/7 when you were kids?
Well, I don't think any of us finished school under the standards that people
Usually.
to think about that. And I still don't think about school that way. So starting at Oklahoma is the only state in the United States that I know of. I think this is true, that has sort of alternative education written into the state constitution, which essentially means like parents actually have the rights over their children versus the state dictating what you have to do with your children, right? Which is not good, right? The state is not the guardian of your children, so you should make this choice for your children. So essentially what Oklahoma's constitution says is at a certain age, children need to be in school or they need to be educated in another way, which
So
is
why did your
very
parents
open to interpretation.
Yeah.
Which is why in Oklahoma in particular, it's very popular to homeschool or have co-ops or like alternative education. That's partly derived from farming. It's a rural state, right, with lots of ranching, and oil is our main source of income, and gas, natural gas. And so I think we were already coming at education from a slightly different perspective, right, where you're
Like you don't spend 9 hours at school every day from a different perspective.
You know, like the main value you're getting from going to a school, especially today, is social, right? Can you navigate society and school?
They don't teach you.
There's just a little society. Well, because the teaching, the actual learning is probably what you do in your homework. Right?
Yeah.
Go home, read that book. Go home, write your essay.
But
Go
for-
home, finish your homework. Go home, do your math problem sheet.
For my
right?
point of view, when you finish high school, you're not around the world. Consider the educational system. Wow, this conversation is really deep. From my point of view, the educational systems that I know, including the one in my country,
Where are you from?
Argentina. when you finish high school, like you have to automatically get a job and go to college, and you're not prepared for that. I mean, my personal experience is I had no idea how to prepare a resume.
Right.
I had no idea how to have a job interview. My brothers had to teach me, had to taught me, and I think they could treat us. Well, I finished high school a long time ago, but I think that inside the school they should teach you another values for life. I mean, you're not prepared for life when you finish high school.
Yeah, I mean, the reality is like, I think everyone's perspective is their own perspective, but the problem is that you can't expect to be prepared for life through school.
No, of
right?
course, no.
It's sort of
Of
like,
course.
I don't care what school you go to, the best school in the world, if parents aren't involved,
It's
the
life.
kids are failing. And you know that why that is because the only way to fix kids is to have parents. It's like I was talking to a teacher the other day about having to deal with teaching her kids like really basic things that have nothing to do with school. You know, like how to eat. You know, like that's not healthy for you. You know, or like.
Or you can't eat
and
McDonald's
you're like,
every day.
It doesn't matter how good of a teacher you are. There's a reason why, like you can't.
Well, my mom is a teacher.
Your mom cannot. Like it's a fallacy to think that you can teach kids how to live.
Yeah.
I mean, what you're. Yeah. Anyway.
I work in a jail. And those inmates, they don't have life skills. They don't have basic life skills.
Yeah,
And it's
and
sad.
it's probably
Because
only
they don't have
solvable
parents.
because of family. They need
definitely is.
fathers and they need mothers.
And that's what they don't
That's
have.
the only way it works. It doesn't work without it. It doesn't work. You know.
Yes, of
You
course,
want me
but
to
the first
FaceTime
values
you?
that
You
you
wanna
learn
FaceTime
is at your house. I mean, the
wanna
first
FaceTime
education, like for
you?
example,
Still here?
don't punch other people at school. If you need to say something, say it.
Yeah, but even that, like, I
Like
have
manners,
a
like
relative
education.
who grew up with that
still
I
here.
was hanging
You're
out
still
with
here.
recently, and
Yeah.
he grew up with essentially an absent father and a mother who tried hard and remarried and had a, you know, like, but
And your
But it doesn't
family.
make-
he
it
doesn't
I thought he was gonna
get
leave,
certain
but then
things
came
because he
and
didn't
stayed
have a dad,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he's done okay for himself. He's, you know, like, but
He's
like,
in rehab
There's
now.
still that part that's
he's at a
lacking.
disadvantage,
Yeah.
and that is
That's
like the
the only reason I'm
smallest
still here.
level. Like he still had a mom and a stepdad that sort of was a crappy stepdad, but like he just doesn't get
There's that component.
I gotta ask you something. Not related to anything that we just talked about, but it's something that I was thinking about today. So all three of you are in long-term relationships.